What's up guys and welcome back to Roo Reacts. Today we're going to be watching Oppenheimer. Hi, hello, welcome. Today we're going to be checking out Oppenheimer and I'm super excited because I love Christopher Nolan and I love his movies. Specifically, I love the Batman trilogy. As some of you might know if you've watched my older Batman videos, I do reference Batman, the Batman trilogy of Christopher Nolan. Also, I love the movies Interstellar, Inception, Tenet, all really good movies. Still movies that I need to see from him is Memento. I think I've seen The Prestige, but I can't really remember much about it. Not entirely sure if I've seen Insomnia and some of the other movies. And I haven't seen Dunkirk yet, but I heard it was really good. I still need to check out the Heath Ledger tribute documentary, which I think was done by Christopher Nolan. I'm not entirely sure, let me know. I really want to check it out. I love Heath Ledger. I love his Joker. It was so cool. I have been trying really hard since it came to theaters not to get any spoilers. And it's been really difficult. So I've seen like tiny little snippets on TikTok and YouTube where I would just quickly scroll away. I have heard this is Cillian Murphy's
What did he say?
best work and also Robert Downey Jr.'s best work. And I hear that their acting in this is so different from what they usually do. Whether you're new here or not, thank you so much for joining me. And if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, share, and click the bell notification to know when I post new videos. And if you're ready, let's get into Oppenheimer. Okay guys, here we go. I'm so excited. I heard that some people said that it's kind of slow. And my brother watched it yesterday, and he told me that it's really good. It's not slow if you actually like the movie. So I'm super excited. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. And Oppenheimer is an American scientist. I don't actually know what he did. I can't remember. That's probably really bad, but whatever. Something about the atomic bomb, or I don't know. For a second, I couldn't read that, so sorry if you wanted me to, but I'm sure you know that.
Dr. Oppenheimer, as we begin, I believe
Fission.
you have a statement to read into the record.
Is that how you say it? Fission? Man, Cillian Murphy's so good.
This is the worst.
He hasn't even spoken yet.
The so-called derogatory information in your indictment of me cannot be fairly understood except in the context of my life. And
Whoa, his voice. Fission, fusion. Oh, that's Robert!
come on.
An ordeal.
Well, I've only read the transcripts.
Oh, what's his name?
Oppenheimer still divides America. The committee's going to want to know where you stood. President Eisenhower's asked you to be in his cabinet. The Senate really has no choice but to confirm you. No senator can deny you did your duty.
Why did you leave the United States?
Why was that in black and white and why is this in color?
I wanted to study the new physics.
Was there nowhere here?
New physics.
Berkeley had the leading theoretical physics department.
Were you happier there than in America?
Happier.
Holy
Yes.
crap. Everybody's in this movie, dude. Freaking Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man's dad.
I was homesick, emotionally immature,
The guy from who's usually evil.
and visions of a hidden universe.
What is that? String theory? I literally just had that thought when I saw him look at the apple and then he was packing the stuff away. Oh no, dude. Did this actually happen?
Quantum physics is peering
Is that
through, seeing a world
Christoph
inside
Waltz?
our world, a world of any.
No, it's that other guy who plays that detective. I think, I don't know, I might be wrong there. So my hypothesis about the movie is that it's going to be based on true events, but Christopher Nolan's going to put his own spin on it, like almost like, what was that movie? Like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Quentin Tarantino. It was a true story, but he changed it, you know?
All right. Niels, meet J. Robert Oppenheimer.
Is the guy I was thinking of.
Apparently.
You were at my lecture. You asked the only good question.
No one's denying his insight.
It's his laboratory work that leaves a little to be desired.
Shut up. That is Jarvis. No, it's not. Yeah, Tony's dad's driver.
Thank you for everything you've done for this country.
Jarvis?
Have you ever met that guy?
You meet a lot of people, sir.
Or maybe I'm wrong. Oh
You
no.
don't enjoy the lab?
No,
So get
no.
out of Cambridge with its
I
beaches
just
and
realized you picked up
potions.
the apple.
Go somewhere they let you think.
Do you want this apple? Come on, please, please, please. Oh no, dude.
Under Max Born, learn the ways of theory.
Wormhole.
How's your mathematics?
Not good enough.
Oh, wormhole. Okay.
Can you hear the music, Robert?
Yes, I can.
Oh, seems I can hear the music as well. Oh, I should have checked who did the soundtrack for this. Because the Interstellar soundtrack was amazing. I listen to it when I edit. So, being as smart as he is, from the little that I've seen, it looks like being that smart is a burden. It doesn't look enjoyable, you know?
After the war, he was world-renowned as the
Whoa,
great man of
dude.
physics, and I was determined to get him to run the institute.
Damn, dude, his voice is so different. It's really cool. And he looks so different. Gosh, I love Robert Downey Jr., dude.
Dr. Oppenheimer.
And
An
Cillian.
honor. Mr. Strauss. It's pronounced Strauss. The position comes with that house for you and your wife, and your two children.
Yes, true.
They're so different, dude. It's blowing my mind.
I'm not trained in physics or anything else. I'm a self-made man.
Let me know if you guys want me to react to what's the show that Peaky Blinders. I have watched the first episode, no, the first season, and I never continued because I started reacting. I don't think I even finished the first season because then I wasn't sure if I should react to it or not because I watched most of season 1. So I don't know. Let me know if that's what you guys would be interested in, and let me know if you want me to watch season 1 again because I think I'd have to. Otherwise, if you don't, I'll watch it on my own. And I'll watch the rest. And then also I still have to watch The Boys. I watched parts of season 1 and then I wasn't sure if I should react. Anyway, let's get back into this.
Wait, what's he saying?
We weren't supposed to understand what he was saying. Oh, and now that guy needs help. Idiot.
A long way to Zurich. If you get any skinnier, we're gonna lose you between the seat cushions. I caught your lecture on molecules.
I think I read the situation wrong.
We're a couple of New York Jews. How do you know Dutch?
Well, I thought I'd better learn it when I got here this semester.
Real
Dude.
world in which causality holds, but such speculations seem to us to say it
Discuss.
explicitly fruit.
Did you ever encounter Heisenberg again?
You might say our paths crossed.
I'm starting to think he reluctantly made the atomic bomb or gave the research to do so, or he reluctantly was the scientist for Germany. I don't even know what dates this is or if this is before or after the World War. I'm so lost, guys. I should do more catching up. I should catch up on history. I don't know.
Dr. Lawrence, I presume? You must be Oppenheimer.
Yes,
They put you in there.
I asked for it. Wanted to be close to you experimentalists.
We're building a machine to accelerate electrons.
Magnificent.
The Hadron Collider or what? Is it something different?
I've got my first in an hour.
Seminar.
Pupil.
One student. That's it?
Whoever said this is slow is stupid. It's super like, it keeps me in it the whole time. I'm struggling to talk in between because there's so much going on.
Is light made up of particles or waves?
Quantum mechanics says it's both.
Wait.
How can it be both? It can't. But it is.
You see, now being smart doesn't seem like a burden.
Star, a vast furnace burning in outer space, fire pushing outwards against its own gravity.
Nuts. Space is nuts, guys. I can't even fathom it.
Oppenheimer's file contained detail of his activities in Berkeley. Why would they have started a file on Dr. Oppenheimer before the war?
Well, you have to ask.
And where is he? Why is he not
I'm
here?
asking you, Admiral Strauss.
Is he dead?
My assumption, left-wing political activities. Well, if I remember correctly, the FBI was taking license plates outside suspected communist gatherings, and his name popped up.
That guy looks familiar as well.
What are you working on? What happens to stars when they die?
Do stars die?
They cool, then collapse. In fact, the bigger the star, the more violent its demise. Light.
Black hole.
Can that really happen?
The math says it can.
How do you think of something like that, you know? How do you come up with a theory like that? Oh, there might be stars that are collapsing in on themselves. Oh,
Robert.
Florence Pugh, dude.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
Robert here says he's not a communist.
Well, then he doesn't know enough about it.
Oh, I've read Das Kapital, all 3 volumes. Does that count? Why limit yourself to one dogma?
You're a physicist. You pick and choose rules.
Do you always toe the party line?
I like my wiggle room, too.
Okay, I'm gonna have to... Isn't he married? Or is this going to be his wife?
What?
For a physicist.
You only have a shelf full of Freud?
Well, actually, my background's more...
Jungian?
You know, analysis.
Tried to poison my tutor.
Did you hate him?
I liked him very much.
He liked him? And he tried to poison him?
Sanskrit.
You can read this?
I'm learning.
This guy is a boss, dude.
Vishnu reveals his multi-armed self.
No. Read the words.
Destroyer of worlds.
Okay. So this is her kink, or...
Little break before dawn. Air cools overnight. Just before dawn, it breaks. So, I'm getting married.
Frank, congratulations.
Thank you.
Jackie.
Yeah, to Jackie. The waitress?
He doesn't accept his girlfriend?
Enough for you. We joined the party, and you can't hide your disapproval.
No.
Why?
I haven't joined the party, Frank. And I don't think she should have convinced you to either. I'm your brother, Frank, and I want you to be cautious.
And I want to wring your neck.
I sort of agree with the older brother. Or maybe not, I don't know.
Gravity swallows light. It's like a kind of hole in space.
Is Frank okay?
He just has a shitty brother.
I didn't expect to see you today.
So, okay, this is going to be his wife, or he is married and he cheated?
Alvarez?
What is she doing? Oh, okay. She just left and he just left her?
They did it. They split the atom.
It's not possible.
With the Hadron Collider. It must be. Obviously, that's what these guys were trying to build. But then the Germans did it first. And then they create the atom bomb, or he creates the atom bomb?
Very elegant.
Quite clear. There's just one problem.
Where? Extra neutrons boil off, which could be used to split other uranium atoms.
Chain reaction. You're thinking what I'm thinking.
What? What are we all thinking?
A bomb. Alvarez.
Oh, that's the guy from Hereditary and Old and...
This was the Coleman's house.
I live with them. Well, I'm at Caltech.
Do you two need anything?
We're good, Ruthie.
So I'm so lost. He was married to Florence.
Graduated to housewife. Can you
No.
explain quantum mechanics to me?
Groupings of tiny energy waves bound together.
By what?
Forces of attraction strong enough to convince us that matter is solid. Stop my body passing through yours.
He's got game, dude.
You're married to Dr. Harrison.
Not very.
There is someone that I feel
Does she feel the same way?
sometimes.
Okay, so he's not married to her. No, he is.
I meant with your husband.
Yes, you did. Because you know it won't make a bit of difference.
So they're all just a bunch of cheaters.
Don't alienate the only people in the world that understand what you do. One day you might need them.
Everybody in this is doing an amazing job so far. I'm so like enthralled by it. Is that even the right word? I'm just like super captivated.
What are you doing?
The trade union.
Filled with communists.
So I...
They won't let me bring you onto the project because
It's not your people they're herding into camps. It's mine.
So he's Jewish.
Take a look in the rearview mirror. Stop being so goddamn naive.
Oh, his phones are bugged.
You're actually important.
Of course.
I filled out my first security questionnaire and was informed that my involvement with the left-wing groups would not prove a bar to my working on the atomic program.
Associations, not seen as a security risk.
So he was sort of like a double agent. I'm just assuming.
Respected scientific voice in the world. Asked him to run the institute. That's
47, 1954 to change your mind on Oppenheimer's security clearance.
This guy looks like the guy from Lords of Dogtown and Speed Racer, but it's not him. No, it's not him.
He wrote to the FBI demanding they take action.
The FBI? Why not go to the AEC direct?
Why get caught holding the knife yourself?
I do know this guy as well.
His opinions on the atom became definitive, and he wasn't always patient with us mere mortals.
Didn't you go to him?
I have been going to him all day.
Oh no. What are you doing, dude? Take care of your own baby. That's why she's struggling, because she has no one to help.
I'm ashamed to ask.
Anything.
Take Peter. For a
Forever.
while. We're awful people. Selfish, awful people.
This is really sad, dude.
You see beyond the world we live in. There is a price to be paid for that. Of course, we'll help you.
I guess, yeah. See, being smart is a burden sometimes.
We're putting together a group to study
We shouldn't
feasibility.
be doing anything. You should. Lawrence won't get this done. Or Tolman or Robbie, you will.
This is really intense. It seems like there aren't many happy moments in this guy's life. He just seems super serious all the time.
Colonel
and
Groves,
intense.
this
Hey.
is Lieutenant Colonel Nichols.
Dope.
I built the Pentagon. The brass likes it so much they made me take over the Manhattan Engineer District.
The Manhattan Project, is that going to be involved in this?
Know damn well what it is. You and half
What did
of
they
every
say
physics
earlier?
department across the country. That's problem number one.
I thought problem number one would be securing enough uranium ore.
1,200 tons. Bought the day I took charge.
Just get Doc Brown, he can help you.
Does it run like on regular unleaded gasoline?
Unfortunately, no. It requires something with a little more kick. Plutonium.
Plutonium. Wait a minute. Are you telling me that this sucker is nuclear?
Hey, keep rolling there.
Now I'm looking for a project director.
And my name came up.
Nope. You're a dilettante, a womanizer, a suspected communist.
I'm a New Deal Democrat.
I said suspected. Neurotic.
Nothing good, no. Not even he's brilliant, but...
Well, yeah, look how you're acting right now, dude. Egotistical.
Remind me, who were we at war with?
So difficult to talk during this, guys. There's so much going on and I have to listen to so much as well.
No.
You don't get to say no to me.
It's my job to say no to you when you're wrong.
Oppenheimer couldn't run a hamburger stand.
I couldn't, but I can run the Manhattan
The
Project.
Manhattan Project. There you go. I was right, dude.
Industrial might and scientific innovation connected by rail.
I'm not a soldier, I mean.
A soldier? He's a general. I've got all the soldier I need.
I want to say, so far I am enjoying the soundtrack, but it's not better than the Interstellar soundtrack by Hans Zimmer.
Before the Nazis do.
Oh my God.
Josh! Jeez, dude. This cast is nuts.
This is the most important thing that ever happened in the history of the world.
Goodness gracious, Damon. Why would I call him Damon? Why not Matt? So weird.
he that important?
How many people do you know who proved Einstein wrong?
That guy who I said is that detective in that detective movie thingy. I think it's Murder on the Orient Express or whatever. Isn't he also freaking that teacher from Harry Potter? Why can't I remember right now? This is nuts.
We will work here until the T section at Los Alamos is finished. Edward, can I please?
It's more important.
What? What's happening?
Tell us calculations can't be right.
Oh, how big the explosion's gonna be and maybe the radiation.
Albert.
Dr. Oppenheimer.
The most inspiring structures.
This guy seems like he's probably a Nazi, but I don't know.
Some days, God refuses to eat. Even in Princeton, he's convinced that the Nazis can poison his food.
Oh, never mind. But how can this be? That was terrible.
What do you take it to mean?
Neutrons smash into nucleus, releasing neutrons to smash into other nuclears. But this time, the chain reaction doesn't stop. We might start a chain reaction that destroys the world.
What?
Lost in your quantum world of probabilities and needing
What?
certainty.
The whole world? Is that something they were actually worried about? And is that an actual possibility?
If the truth is catastrophic.
Then you stop and you share your findings with the Nazis.
Man, imagine that was an actual thing, dude. That'd be nuts. Imagine they actually made something that could do that and they did that. Back then, none of this would exist and I wouldn't be sitting here in this chair reacting. Must be like a miscalculation or something.
Tell us wrong.
There you go, yeah. He's saying he's wrong.
The chances of an out-of-control nuclear reaction are near zero.
Near zero. Can you run them again?
No, you'll get the same answer.
Because I assumed that he wanted it to be true so that he could inform the Nazis and then therefore sort of stopped him from using any atom bomb in any case. What is wrong with my sentence structure there? You know what I mean. Okay.
Actually detonate one of these things, the best assurance you're going to get is this. Near zero.
Yeah, the FACT guy. He was moaning about how we're handling the war. Lack of cooperation with our allies. Apparently, the government's not sharing any research with the Russians. He mentioned that if anyone had anything they wanted to pass on...
Oh, shoot, dude.
He could help.
No, dude. This is what he did. He's gonna let this guy know the stuff to let that guy know, because this guy must be a communist as well, right? Nah, dude.
Down. Where are the martinis?
The brat? You just call her child a brat? I don't think I like her parenting style. It's kind of weird.
I do believe that Chevalier was actually seeking information, and I am certain that he had no idea of the work in which I was engaged.
Formality, huh?
No presidential cabinet nominee has failed to be confirmed since 1925.
It's in the bag, Lewis. So play nice. They bring in a scientist, so what?
You don't know scientists like I do, Counselor. They resent anyone who questions their judgment, especially if you're not one of them.
Yeah, that was messed up of him to do that to Robert. I mean, what Robert did to Robert Downey Jr. when he made him look like an idiot.
Can you get the name of the scientist they've called?
Probably.
Find out if he was based in Chicago or Los Alamos during the war.
Why does that matter?
Well, if he was based in Chicago, they worked under Sillard and Fermi, not the cult of Oppie at Los Alamos. Robert built that damn place. He was founder, mayor, sheriff, all rolled into one.
This child's always crying.
Is a saloon.
I guess these guys aren't that... I mean, these two, Oppenheimer and his wife, whose name I forgot or didn't hear, aren't very emotionally available. Which is kind of sad for the kid, but I don't know.
There's no kitchen.
Really? I'll fix that.
Shame, and she just had to like change her whole life now and move out here to this fake town.
The biggest man-made explosion in history. Now let's calculate how much more destructive it would have been if it were a nuclear and not a chemical reaction.
The bomb will need a... Sorry. Gadget will need a 33-pound sphere about this size.
The gadget. It's a bomb, bro. Everybody knows it's a bomb, so why? I guess for anyone who wants to hear. I mean, whoever is spying, maybe.
Are we boring you, Edward?
A little bit, yes.
May I ask why?
This guy, dude.
Knowing a fission bomb was possible.
Yeah, you see?
How about we
everyone
leave
knows.
it with something new?
Such as?
Instead of uranium or plutonium, we use hydrogen. Heavy hydrogen to induce a fusion reaction. Then we'll get not kilotons, but megatons.
So how do you generate enough force to fuse hydrogen atoms?
A small fission bomb.
Colleagues, we agreed to disagree on a great many things, and one of them was the need for an H-bomb program. Yes.
Gosh, guys, Robert Downey Jr. is doing so good at like just being, you know, someone else. Because I know him mostly as Iron Man, and he's so good in that role, and I can't see anyone else doing it. But like, he's just so different in this.
Here we are. Catch me up.
29's over the North Pacific has detected radiation.
Do we have the filter pin?
There's no doubt what this is.
White House says
That's-
there's a doubt.
Wishful thinking, I'm afraid.
That's the mayor. Oh, that's Papa. That's who it is. Papa from Stranger Things. Doctor... I can't remember.
This wasn't security tight? Of course it was. You weren't there.
Forgive me, Doctor. But I was there.
Consider the actual mechanics of detonation.
Any ideas?
He's really good.
I'd like to investigate that idea.
I'll talk to Ordnance. Get you blowing things up.
Guys, I know I think I said it earlier that I'm gonna stop being surprised by the cast, but it's just getting crazier and crazier. So many freaking people that I like.
School's up and running. Bar? Always running.
What is that guy's name again? He's from he's Green Goblin and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, and that movie where he gets like telekinetic powers.
And if the Russians know about it already from a spy at Los Alamos, then we gotta get going.
There's no proof there was a spy at Los Alamos.
You're the spy, dude. You told that guy who asked you stuff.
The field's not in use anymore.
Just as well.
Come stai? Va bene. I hear you got a little town.
Yes, come and see.
I want to know how much of this is actually truth.
Are you gonna try it out?
We did. The first self-sustaining nuclear chain reaction.
Gosh, dude, why am I Remy? Why am I blanking on everyone's names?
What the hell were you doing in Chicago?
Visiting the
Met.
Met.
Why?
You can't.
Why?
Because we have every right.
You have just the rights that I give you. No.
I forgot his name. Rami Malek. Remy. He's really good as well.
Compartmentalization is the protocol we agreed to.
Enough of this madhouse. Nobody can work under these conditions. You know what? Generalissimo, I quit.
You can't quit, bro. Or maybe you can.
We'll have him killed. I was just kidding.
Okay, no, you're not.
He hates me, not America. You know, General, not everyone has levers to pull like mine.
Would you clear Dr. Oppenheimer today?
What are the AEC guidelines?
I'm going to have to share a few things that General Groves told me not to. Sorry, General, I said I understood, not that I agreed. Okay. Gentlemen, business.
Security was tight, as former Colonel Nichols well knows.
Our security was as tight as it could be given the personalities involved, but attempts were made. Do we need to talk about Jean Tatlock? Or the Chevalier incident?
Excuse me.
Jean is Florence Pugh, right? I think so. She's a communist. And he obviously did something. Oh, here, it's probably coming now.
Your Q clearance came through. It's important you not maintain or renew any questionable associations.
Doctor, did you think social contacts between a person engaged on secret war work and communists was dangerous?
My awareness of the danger would be greater today.
So, I still haven't figured out who I think the spy might be, because he seems super, like, regretful. So it could be him who did it by accident, or somebody he knows. How do you even keep track of these types of things when you have 4 different places that are working on different things that nobody's allowed to know about?
Talk about
Here we
those
go.
secrets.
Yes, he's cheating on his wife.
You said in your statement that you had see Gene Tatlock in 1943.
Not a word. What did you think that would do to me? Where did you go?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
Because you're a communist.
Maybe you didn't tell her anything.
What did you have to see her?
She had indicated a great desire to see me before we left. She was undergoing psychiatric treatment. She was extremely unhappy.
Whoa, damn, dude. This is very interesting what they're doing here, and my interpretation of it is when he's with her, he feels very vulnerable. And right now in this room, at this moment, when he's talking about everything that happened, he's feeling extremely vulnerable. I don't know, maybe that's not correct, but I really like what they've done here, what Christopher Nolan's done here, and the writers. Damn, dude. Yeah. It could also be his secrets coming out that he doesn't want to divulge, but he has to now in front of this committee.
You drop in and out of my life, and you don't have to tell me why.
But you didn't want him in any case, and...
I'd rather be here for you as you need.
But you have other priorities now. But what if I need you?
You need to find someone else, dude.
You said you would always answer.
Yeah, but he can't always answer now. And he shouldn't.
Did you think that consistent with good security?
As a matter of fact, it was. Not a word.
What's going on with the music?
I never saw her again.
What was up with the pillows there? He did see her again, or she killed herself, or something.
Day after day, letting them pick our lives to pieces.
Look at that, she's like looking down because she can't look him in the eyes. Because it's so hard.
I gather you've heard there are other parties interested in the work of the radiation lab.
This is a man who has killed communists with his own hands.
I'm not the judge of who should or should not have information. It's my business to stop it from going through illegally. Would you be a little more specific?
There's a man whose name was mentioned to me a couple of times. Elton, who's an acquaintance of someone on the project.
And you thought Pash would be satisfied with that?
I was attempting to give them Elton without opening a can of worms. I told them a cock and bull story. Gentlemen, if I seem uncooperative, I think you can understand it's because of my insistence in not getting innocent people into trouble.
You're trying to protect your friend.
In the months in between your interview with Dr. Oppenheimer and his eventual naming of Chevalier, did you expend resources trying to find the name?
So who is Chevalier?
Without the name, our job was extremely difficult.
And when did you receive the name?
I was gone by the time Oppenheimer finally offered it up.
Now this guy doesn't have a weird vibe anymore.
General Groves. He transferred me to London.
Oppenheimer doesn't like that.
It's a little early for a Christmas party.
Something's up. Tolman's been away.
Okay, guys. I think that's the end of part 1. Okay, guys. Originally, it was going to be a part 1 and a part 2. And when I uploaded part 1, I got a couple copyright claims, as well as the video was blocked all over the world. So we're just going to make this one full video. So let's get back into it.
Sustained fission reactions in uranium.
That sounds more like a reactor than a bomb.
He seemed more focused on heavy water. Yes, instead of graphite.
Yeah, I have no idea what they're talking about.
Could you give us a moment?
See, I'm starting to think, like, I don't know who to trust here, including the main character.
I'm not here to help, Robert. I knew you could do this without me. Power you're about to reveal will forever outlive the Nazis.
Yeah.
And the world is not prepared.
Makes you think now, it's 2024, what kind of powers are available to us now and what would happen if it gets used? And we're on the brink of World War III, basically.
Sorry, Oppie, but there's a call.
That's what they were chanting. Oppie for Oppenheimer. Damn, dude, I'm an idiot.
Well, I bet you, Elizabeth, there was chloral hydrate in her blood.
Okay, she was murdered. Wait, what is going on, dude? She drowned herself.
She said she needed me.
You don't get to commit the sin and then have us all feel sorry for you that it had consequences. Pull yourself together.
This acting is phenomenal. I don't even use the word phenomenal.
The implosion device is nowhere.
Can't rush everything. Oppie, please.
Well, there's rushing and there's getting on with it, so pick one.
Venomai is doing his job.
This is why the the compartmentalization. What? How the hell do you say that? You know what I'm talking about. That's why it's a difficult thing to do.
On a hydrogen bomb, we're not even building.
Because nobody's on the same page, you know? 4 different places. If you guys see my head's a bit my forehead's a bit shiny, it's because it's really hot in my room right now.
Do you or do you not believe that Dr. Oppenheimer is a security risk?
I think he is, but I don't think he did anything. And if he did, he fooled me.
Germany is about to surrender. It's no longer the enemy who are the greatest threat to mankind. It's our work.
Hitler's dead, but the Japanese fight on.
Their defeat seems assured.
We can't end this war.
But how do we justify using this weapon on human beings?
Okay, so Hitler's dead and it's like becoming the end of the war. So then, is this gonna be like when they dropped stuff on Hiroshima, or am I being stupid? Okay, I'll just not Google it now, I'll check out after.
They won't fear it until they understand it, and they won't understand it until they've used it. Our work here will ensure a peace mankind has never seen. International cooperation that Roosevelt always envisaged.
I don't know, dude. It somewhat worked and somewhat didn't.
August. July. Test in July. But I need my brother.
Why does he need his brother so bad? And he shouldn't, because I don't know if I trust his brother.
What do we call the test? Batter my heart. 3-person God. What? Trinity.
See, I've heard of all of these things over the years, but I don't have a firm grasp on that information, so I'm not 100% sure what everyone's talking about. But I kind of do, you know?
Just because we're building it doesn't mean we get to decide how it's used.
History will judge us, Robert. In Chicago, we put together a petition.
I love Rami Malek. Rami Malek? I just don't know how to say his name, but he's really good.
You got us into this. You and Einstein with your letter to Roosevelt.
What are we estimating?
20 or 30,000 dead?
The atomic bomb will be a terrible revelation of divine power.
It's kind of disgusting that that was a thing that they had to do.
We could issue a warning to reduce civilian casualties.
I don't know nearly enough about history and all of these things that happened to be able to comment on whether it's good or bad what they did. Or
Twice. Once to show the weapon's power, and a second to show that we can keep doing this.
12 cities to choose from. I'm sorry, 11.
like, was this a justified attack? Because I know they do it.
Many lives will be lost, American and Japanese. The use of the atomic bomb on Japanese cities will save lives.
But you'll also kill millions of innocent people, you know?
The Air Force requested a line of lights for their B-29.
What B-29? Our bomb's on the tower.
They want to use the test to confirm a safe operating distance.
It's risky.
Well, not as risky as dropping one over Japan and hoping that we were right about the blast radius.
Don't let them slow us down. We're firing on the 15th.
But what if they get hit? That's nuts, dude. Because if they don't know how far the explosion's going to go, and they don't know if it might affect the plane, then why would they... I don't know, that's crazy. Test it with an actual plane with people in it. I guess maybe one pilot. What I do know, well, I guess I don't know, is it's called Big Boy or Little Boy, something like that. Oh. The sounds they're making in the headphones right now, well, I guess the sound, there's the little clicks, is almost like a radiation detection device. I really like that they did that.
Without high winds, it should settle within 2 to 3 miles. Good weather for visibility, so it has to be fine.
Everybody out.
I actually can't wait to see this. Obviously, it's going to be CGI, but it's probably going to be really good. Oh yeah, and another thing I heard about this movie is that he used, what is it, a 75mm film strip, or I can't remember, but a bigger strip. And IMAX as well. I don't know. Can't remember. I'm getting a little bit nervous now. Because of the vibe and the music and everyone's attitudes. They're all super talking quietly and like... So they're still going to continue with the test even though the wind is crazy. And then it's going to carry the cloud. Hopefully they can evacuate. Hopefully they can evacuate in time.
Opie's taken a very modest 3 kilotons. Teller's in with 45. 20.
He's smoking more and more now, which means he's constantly stressed out, you know? And again, that's where I'm talking about how... Wow, I worded that weird. The burden of being as smart as these people are, you know? It's a bit like unimaginable to me.
3 years, 4,000 people, $2 billion.
And are they gonna have one of those like fake towns that has like mannequins in and stuff? Isn't that what they always did?
We had a moment where it looked like the chain reaction from an atomic device might never stop, setting fire to the atmosphere.
Why is Fermi still taking side bets on it?
Holy crap, is it actually that's gonna happen? The chain reaction's probably gonna happen. One of my questions here that I wrote down is, which I asked in the previous one, is it a possibility?
Possibility. How remote? Chances are near zero.
Okay, so it's obviously gonna happen.
Near zero.
This is the worst.
Theory alone.
In like 9 minutes, I have officially watched a 2-hour movie, and then there's still an hour to go.
Ready for emergency evacuation.
This music is stressing me out, dude. Josh! He hasn't even said anything. Or he did in the beginning.
20 minutes.
This is so cool to see him in this.
The glass stops the UV.
What stops the glass?
Want to head to base camp? Best of luck.
Oh, they were putting on sunscreen.
Try not to blow up the world.
That guy's gonna freaking fry.
Voltage drops below 1 volt. You hit that button, you abort. Understood?
Understood.
This is intense, dude.
You see light reflected on the hills. Then look at the explosion only through your welder's glass.
90 seconds to detonation.
I feel like I need some welder's glass right now. I never thought about this part, you know, how everybody would be feeling in this sort of a situation. I need to protect my eyes, you know. No, I'm kidding. I actually want to see it. 5. What are you doing? 4. 3. What is he doing? He's gonna die. 2. 1. That guy's blind now. No, wait, I don't know, guys. This is stressing me out. It's so quiet. No. Where's the sound? It was too fast for the sound to have traveled this way yet, like thunder. It's actually bright, and my lights, I feel like them.
And now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
I'm getting goosebumps right now. Windows are gonna break.
It worked.
I understand the celebration, but it's actually a really scary thing that they were able to create this bomb. And again, I go back to what I said earlier. It's 2024. What else is out there that they're not telling us about, you know? Because this was all secret. So why wouldn't whatever's happening now be secret? And the other problem is I know what it's going to do, you know? So it's like really hectic. That kid... Oh no, that's a different kid now.
Bring in the sheets.
What does that mean, you know? Does that mean the cloud's gonna travel and cause radiation to...
If they detonated too high in the air, the blast wouldn't be as powerful.
With respect, Dr. Oppenheimer, we'll take it from here.
Yeah, you are death. Destroyer of worlds.
Against Japan. That's it. Robert, we've given them an ace. It's for them to play the hand. Then I come with you to Washington.
They're done with you, dude.
Well, you'll keep me informed. Of course.
Yep.
As best I can.
Yeah, so they obviously used them, and now that you've given them what they needed, they're done with you.
Would the Japanese surrender if they knew what was coming?
I don't know.
There's big boy and little lady, or what is it? Okay, fat man and little boy.
Give us any more right or responsibility to decide how it's used. I've told Simpson the various opinions of the community.
But what's your opinion?
Nuclear war, perhaps. All war becomes unthinkable.
Until somebody builds a bigger one.
If he's so, if he's struggling with the concept of people now having this power, then why did he build it? Without him, it wouldn't have been created, so he should have stopped. And what does bringing in the sheets mean, and why was she shocked?
They would call.
It's only the 5th.
Charlotte? Try Groves.
He's starting to lose his mind.
An American airplane dropped one bomb on Hiroshima and destroyed its usefulness to the enemy. The bomb had more power than 20,000 tons of TNT.
This must be a real news report, eh?
It is a harnessing of the basic power of the universe.
Everyone here is feeling reasonably good about it.
No, you're not, dude.
It's been a long road.
Imagine the amount of guilt he must feel right now. Or maybe he's happy with it, but I don't know. I think I'd feel guilty if I created something like that. And they must have killed, like, a lot of innocent people, right? Gosh, I wish I knew my history. I'm sorry. So, but then why did they use it when he was standing there and zoning out? If that's only happening now. I feel like an insane speech is coming right now. Like a really intense speech. Obviously a speech is coming, but I don't know, let's listen.
World, remember this day.
We do remember the day. I don't even know much about it, but I know about Hiroshima and the other place. I can't remember the name.
It's too soon to determine what the results of the bombing are.
What is happening?
But I'll bet the Japanese didn't like it.
He's thinking of the death.
So proud of what you have accomplished.
Well, this is crazy.
Just wish we had it in time to use against the Germans.
Yeah, this is freaking me out, dude. What is... Yeah, he's feeling the guilt. This is a little bit disturbing. That was a bit intense. Kind of brought some tears to my eyes, and then it went away, but it was actually a little bit sickening. I feel like my face has been so serious throughout this reaction, in this part, I think.
Dr. Oppenheimer, it's an honor.
Mr. President.
Please.
Jim Gordon?
How's it feel to be the most famous man in the world?
Sorry guys that I don't know these actors' names. I do know them, but for some reason right now I can't remember. But I love him.
Your invention let us bring our boys home.
Well, it was hardly my invention.
It was. You on the cover of Time. Jim tells me you're concerned about an arms race with the Soviets.
Certain?
Do you know when the Soviets are gonna have the bomb?
I don't think I could give you a...
Never.
Physicists and abundant resources.
Abundant?
Yes.
I don't think so.
If what you say about the Soviets is true, we have to build up Los Alamos, not shut it down.
I feel that I have blood on my hands.
Yeah.
You think anyone in Hiroshima or Nagasaki gives a shit who built the bomb?
I don't like this guy.
Don't let that crybaby back in here.
What a loser, dude.
Brother was blacklisted by every university in the country. Lomanitz wound up working the railroad, laying track.
Damn, dude.
Chevalier went into exile, but none of that stopped Robert from pushing the GAC to recommend arms control.
Oh dear. You haven't heard.
What is happening?
Klaus Fuchs, the British scientist that you put onto the implosion team, had spying for the Soviets the whole time. After the truth about Fuchs came out, it was followed everywhere, trash picked through.
I can't remember which one is Fuchs now, and I didn't see because I was writing it down.
America and Russia may be likened to two scorpions in a bottle, each capable of killing the other, but only at the risk of his own life.
A lot of scientists blame me, but how was I supposed to protect him? That was the last straw for Robert's enemies.
To lose his security clearance.
They died days or weeks later from iridium-like rays emitted in great numbers.
Sometimes the human race can just be fucked up.
We bombed an enemy that was essentially defeated.
Robert, you have all the influence now. Please, urge them to continue my research on them.
I neither can or will, Edward.
Nobody knows what you believe.
Yeah, I wrote down earlier that it's really hard to read Oppenheimer and basically what he believes.
You sat here and let me tell you how it's done, but you've been far ahead all along. What was it you said about Borden? Why get caught holding the knife yourself?
It's going to come down to how much influence Borden's been able to exert on Tellers.
Borden, when we all know that it's Strauss who humiliated him in front of Congress.
But more useful than a sandwich. 6 years ago.
You know, the truly vindictive, patient saints. Wake up! It is Strauss! Why won't you fight him?
It wasn't Nichols or Hoover, one of Truman's guys. It was you.
But there's nothing new here.
Your conclusions will be, and they'll have to be answered. Oppenheimer, a platform. You can't martyr him. We need a systematic destruction of Oppenheimer's credibility.
Damn, dude, this sucks. And still, I don't know who the good or the bad is. As far as I'm concerned, everybody was part of the making of these bombs.
Tell Oppenheimer his security clearance is not being renewed. Offer him the chance to appeal. I appoint a board. They will, of course, have counsel.
Holy crap, dude.
No audience, no reporters. What is it you said?
Wow, Robert Downey Jr. is doing so
Now
good.
the game is amateurs seek the sun, get eaten.
You will lose your reputation. We'll lose our house. Robert, we have to fight.
As an AC counsel, I can't represent you. I have to warn you. This won't be a fair fight.
It was 12 years ago. Can we hear this recording?
You don't have the clearance, Mr. Garrison.
This is messed up, dude.
Please, please. Is this proceeding interested in entrapment? If it's truth, where's the disclosure? Where's the witness list?
I wonder what the goal is. I wonder what the goal is of this film.
This isn't a trial, as you are well aware. Evidentiary rules do not apply. We are dealing with national security.
Why lie?
Well, clearly with the intention of not revealing who the intermediary was.
Your friend, Hakon Chevalier, the communist. Is he still your friend?
Yes.
He's making this harder for himself, but he's telling the truth, I guess, so.
Broken heart. That's absurd. What's the heart? A broken heart. But you never found out. Is Lawrence gonna testify?
I don't know.
Who's that?
Nothing to worry about.
What would you say whether or not he should be cleared?
Why go through all this against a man who has accomplished what Dr. Oppenheimer has? Look at his record. We have an A-bomb and a whole series of it. We have a whole series of super bombs. What more do you want?
Of a kind that I don't think anyone would like to see go into the record. These are accusations that have not previously been made.
Wrote this letter on his own initiative, laying out evidence that has already been before the board.
How long has counsel been in possession of this letter?
I don't think I should be subject to cross-examination by you, Mr. Garrison.
Mr. Garrison, given that we...
This all seems very unfair, even though I don't really know...
Proceed.
Dear Mr. Hoover.
What's going on? Of course I do, but this is very intense.
J. Robert Oppenheimer is an agent of the Soviet Union.
What?
Following conclusions are justified. Between 1929 and 1942, more probably than not, J. Robert Oppenheimer was a sufficiently hardened communist that he volunteered information to the Soviets.
No, he was a different kind of communist. He was, I don't know.
I'm sorry, Robert. Intelligence and
Is
diplomatic
anyone
policy.
ever going to tell the truth about what's happening here?
We will now hear from Dr. David Hill.
Rami Malek?
Louis Strauss, a man who has given years of service in high positions of government.
Is he gonna tell the truth?
Why, most of the scientists in this country would prefer to see Mr. Strauss completely out of government.
Yes, good.
No, because of the personal vindictiveness he demonstrated against Dr. Oppenheimer.
Order.
It appears initiated and carried through largely through the animus of Louis Strauss.
Yeah, dude. That's what you get, bro.
The shipments of isotopes to Norway, and Strauss never forgave him this public humiliation. Another controversy between them.
It was messed of him to do that, but...
Security system in order to destroy Oppenheimer's effectiveness. And
yes, I love this guy, dude.
Who also disagreed with Oppenheimer's positions and envied him his prestige in government circles.
Grabe must see what Rob is doing. Well, why doesn't he just shut him down?
To stop playing the martyr.
Imagine how much stress Oppenheimer's going through in this. I don't know how I'd be able to cope.
I would not clear him today if I were on the commission.
Good. Thank you, General. That is all.
But I don't
You're
think
just
I'd clear
saving
him.
your own ass. There
That's
you
all.
go. There you go. Say it. I take back what I said.
By no means. I hope I didn't lead anyone to believe otherwise for an instant.
Thank goodness,
Thank you,
dude.
Jay.
I'm getting kind of sad now. Because the music, dude, it's actually so effective. I started getting sad. Yeah, I'm getting tears in my eyes, dude.
You'll do fine.
I'm scared.
Views on communism is pro.
This is Oppenheimer.
Yeah, see, I should have known because this guy, I'm sorry I don't know his name, but he always plays someone evil. Yeah.
Did you have a Communist Party membership card?
I'm not sure.
Not sure.
Well, it's just it was also very long ago, Mr. Rob, wasn't it?
Not really.
Long enough to have
Did
forgotten.
you return the card or rip it up?
The card whose existence I've forgotten.
Your Communist Party membership card.
Haven't the slightest idea. Spread all over the world, and I've believed this since I left the party 16 years ago.
But
17 years ago. My mistake.
But you said...
Sorry, 18.
That's good, dude. Wow, dude.
Don't you mean through?
Pardon?
I think you mean through Communist Party channels, don't you?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, she's a boss, dude.
I know he gave money to Spanish refugees. I know he took an intellectual interest in communist ideas.
There are two types of communists. Intellectual communists and your plain old regular commie.
Well, I couldn't answer that one.
You served your country well. If this is the reward she offers
Wow,
you,
I'm getting emotional again, dude.
I happen to love this country.
then tell them to go to hell.
Yeah, but obviously it didn't work. I'm so confused. Is the black and white in the past or future?
You certainly can't prove that I gave the file to Borden.
We're not in court, sir. There's no burden of proof. Do people need a reason to do the right thing?
This guy seems like he's enjoying it.
Yes, because this was work of exploration. It was not the preparation of a weapon. The United States to make these things at all costs without regard to the balance between these weapons and atomic weapons as part of our arsenal.
Made him the most important man who ever lived. 220,000 dead at least.
Okay, hold on. So
technically it was very successful.
again, I'm back at I don't know who to trust. Because he could have been manipulating everybody, including me.
He wanted the glorious, insincere guilt of the self-important to wear like a crown. Say, no, we cannot go down this road.
There are arguments against dropping it, but I did not endorse them.
Or is he? I'm so confused, dude.
You supported the dropping of the atom bomb on Japan. The H-bomb too, wouldn't you? I didn't ask you that, Doc.
Or is the guilt actually real? Or did he want the guilt like Strauss just said?
If we did it, they would have to do it.
No moral scruples in 1945, plenty in 1949.
That was intense, guys.
Do we still have enough votes? Or is the crowning moment of my career about to become the most public humiliation of my life?
My God, he's so good.
They'll scrape through.
Great, then gather the press.
Not that he wasn't good in Marvel, he's amazing. He's the reason I am a Marvel fan, so...
Come to the unanimous conclusion that you are a loyal citizen.
Okay, but...
However,
Uh,
we have voted 2-1 to deny the renewal of your security clearance.
Don't bring in the sheets.
Don't take in the sheets.
So what, he's gonna be discredited now?
I'm denied. Yeah?
They didn't talk about you at all. It's possible
Yeah,
they
dude.
spoke about something more important.
The bomb, probably. And like, I don't know, what could make Albert Einstein act the way he did when he walked past... Oh, here we go.
Now it's your turn to deal with the consequences of your achievement.
You see, yeah, being that smart is a burden.
Pat you on the back, tell you all is forgiven.
Yo, dude, they aged him so well, it's actually insane.
It won't be for you.
They don't look that good, though.
It'll be for them.
That's nuts, dude. Nah, bro. She knows what you did.
We thought we might start a chain reaction that would destroy the entire world.
What of it?
I believe we did.
Yeah. Wasn't talking about you. I'm getting chills right now. Three hours is a long time, dude. Okay, guys, that was Oppenheimer. This was by far the most intense movie I have reacted to so far. And it's really difficult to process it. But I'm going to do my best here to convey my thoughts about it. Now, obviously, I've watched a lot of reactors watch movies, and I've dealt with it myself. When you're reacting, it is easy for things to go straight over your head. And so if that happened, I apologize. There's nothing I can really do about it. I'm definitely going to watch this movie again, and then I'll probably see the things I missed. But yeah, this was just intense and chaotic. First thing I want to say about the movie is that in a way, I got a sense of what it felt like to be alive back then. But not really, because all the people involved, specifically the scientists, it feels to me like they're like a different type of human, if you could understand what I mean. Just their intelligence and the things they're able to think up and do. Everything in this movie made it feel like the human race is gigantic, while also making me feel like I'm just this tiny thing in the universe, and like all this is possible and unreachable. I don't know why I'm taking it so seriously, but yeah, the movie was just really incredible. So the writers and Christopher Nolan and the cast and everybody involved in the movie did such a good job that it actually made me feel like I was part of that world, but also not. And the world building and the character creation, I think you could call it character creation, because it's actually real people, but it all felt very believable to me. Also very complicated and difficult to understand at points. And then add on the fact that I had to talk and give you my opinions and stuff during, made it really difficult. But if I forget about all of that, it was such a good movie. And then I didn't focus on the camera work and everything, because that, I believe, was also so good that you don't notice it. You know, it feels more like you're part of it than you're watching a movie. Another thing is, it made me think about when they were talking about the fact that it could cause a chain reaction, the atomic bomb, and destroy the whole world. I was kind of like, it's a little bit unbelievable and crazy. And if that was a possibility, near zero, they said, and we did it so long ago, then it makes me think, what are we capable of now? It's a little bit scary, and I don't think I actually want to know the answer to that question. I wrote down here in the beginning of part 2 of my reaction that I was struggling with who to trust. And then that just continued throughout the whole reaction until about where we got to Rami Malek's part. Then I started to sort of trust Oppenheimer again, Rami Malek. Yeah, it was intense, guys. It's the most intense thing I've ever watched for a reaction. Another 2 things that I wrote down is I wanted to know how much of this is our history, and then how much of it is like fiction that they had to make up on their own. You know, obviously I know they have recordings and documents and stuff, but you can't have those little moments, obviously. And then I want to know how much of it is real and how much isn't. And then also, I think it's really sad that our world went through something like this. Not just Hiroshima and Nagasaki, but also the world wars, and that we continuously go through things like this. I don't want my channel to be a political thing, so I'm not going to get into any more of that. I'll just let what I said be said. And then the last thing is, have we learned our lesson? And I think not. And then the question is, for myself, is what is the lesson, and am I a part of it? And I don't know why I'm thinking so intensely about this, but that's just what I wrote down, so I figured I'd share it with you. One last thing is, I didn't like how Strauss, Robert Downey Jr.'s character, I didn't like how cillian Murphy's character, Oppenheimer, humiliated Strauss like that. I don't understand why he did it like that. I thought they were like friends, or maybe that's when they didn't know each other yet. And then that happened, and then Strauss planned this whole thing. Sorry about the howling in the back and the barking. Yeah, so I didn't like the fact that Oppenheimer did that to him. But then obviously it came back to bite Oppenheimer in the ass. I don't know why I worded it like that. But it just shows you that you got to think about the consequences of your actions. Let me know what you guys think of my reaction down in the comments. Also, let me know your thoughts on the movie. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you understand it? Tell me what you liked about it. Tell me what I missed. Thank you all so much for watching. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, and click the bell notification to know when I post next. And I'll see you guys on the next one.